entrepreneur, started her career as a legislative aide in healthcare, then pivoted to in-house marketing and e-commerce roles in the lifestyle industry. There she is, pondering her life.
Oh my God. Oh, then in 2012, she merged her passion for branding and healthcare and disrupted an otherwise dormant industry, the sexual wellness space.
Thank goodness for her.
I know.
Her name is Éva Goicochea, and she is the founder of Maude, an intimate care brand. And we have so many questions and so many things to discuss. Thank you for joining us, Éva. Welcome to New York Living.
Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
Okay, so in this Entrepreneur Spotlight, we like to focus on the brains behind the brand. First of all, how did you choose sexual wellness? And by the way,
I love that she's chuckling already.
Well, we had to run this up to the top because we wanted to make sure that we had the lexicon and the vocabulary, because we need to talk about this stuff. Let's stop acting like it doesn't happen.
It's very taboo, and I'm tired of it.
Me too.
Let's do it.
Well, I didn't think I would be here. It's not like I thought, this is not what I thought I would do with my life. But I actually, like you said, I was a legislative aide in healthcare, and I kind of looked around and realized that through, like, this industry is 100 years old, it's kind of look the same. And I studied marketing, and I started thinking about how can I affect change? How can I be impactful? I come from New Mexico, one of the worst states in condom usage. So this was really about cultural change, health, and really converging all the things that I was very interested in. And so we launched 5 years ago, and this is what I'm doing.
And this is what she's doing.
Now, was there any one person or a group of people perhaps that also inspired you to kind of go full steam ahead and launch Maude?
I think I got to work at product companies really early and seeing them disrupt their categories and realizing, like, what if I did something really impactful in product, through design, through inclusivity. So it was being in those two spheres, being in product companies and also being a legislative aide.
Okay, so when we talk about sexual wellness and the intimacy space, what are we really talking about here?
Well, traditionally, you see things on the drugstore aisle, right? You see condoms, you see lubricant, then you go to, you know, those corners of the planet
the dark
to
corners,
find the
which
other
aren't
things.
necessarily TV friendly to talk about, but we know what it is.
We won't say it, but we all know. And I think for me, it was about saying, wait a second, this is a part of your health. This is a part of your body health. It's a part of your physical health. It's also, it affects your mental health and your relationships. And so like any body care or beauty, this really should be in other places. And so, well, we'll probably get to it, but we recently launched in a place that I don't think anyone would think you would ever find this.
That's right.
Yeah.
An enormous makeup store.
Really?
An enormous beauty place. Would you like to share with
Are we going to
store?
share? I don't know.
So we were the first intimate wellness brand in Sephora.
Oh, I heard of her.
You heard of her?
Yeah. Have you heard of this store?
There we go.
We launched online last year, and then we launched in store this year.
1 year later.
So Éva, what was this like when you were, you know, because when we talk to entrepreneurs, raising money to run a company has to be difficult, even if it's something innocuous like lip gloss or jewelry. Intimacy, what kind of challenges did you find asking people with deep pockets to give you money to do this business?
Well, the first thing you should know is that only about 2.5% of all venture funding goes to women, and 0.4% goes to Latinas. I'm a Latina.
No uphill battle for you.
No uphill battle. So I have raised 5 rounds of funding. I'm one of the most funded Latinas in consumer goods. I've raised $13 million to date, and it took about 1,000 no's, and I think something like 36 months of my life in total. Could have had a couple kids during that time, which I did not, but yeah. So I think it is an uphill battle, but I really, really believe that we need to do something to affect change, and I say that because, as we know, the state of sexual health education and et cetera, we all know. So this is really important to normalize and create inclusive, great products that people can feel comfortable about. So
amazing.
1,000 no's, and now she's in Sephora.
And then 1,000, exactly, and a year after launching online. I mean, that right there, to me, is the definition of success. And we know, obviously, you just told us, it is a little bit of it's a lot of an uphill battle, whether for you and anybody who's launching their own business. But aside from the very obvious, launching online and then 1 year later being in Sephora, how would you, as an entrepreneur, define success?
I'm going to say that there's no arrival sign. And even on a day like today when I'm, you know, here with you, I think ultimately success is about waking up every day and knowing that you should still be doing it.
Very important.
Yeah, I think that's the best I can say, because I think that you can get there and you still realize there's more to do.
Okay, so you have a very big couple of days here because you are going to be part of a Latina Disruptors event.
right.
Yeah.
And you and your friends over at the NASDAQ are going
We're
to do
going.
something. Could you tell us about it?
Sure. So today I get to run over, just down the street, and I get to close the NASDAQ with other Latina disruptors, and so we'll see our faces in Times Square, and it's a really big day.
Oh my gosh.
It's a really big day.
I know. I
huge.
should have eaten breakfast, but yeah.
We have some bagels for you.
Yourself to a stale bagel.
But I think it's an exciting day, especially being Latino Heritage Month. So.
Well, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
These are some of the brands. There's a little bit of everything for everyone.
Very chic.
We're just scratching the surface with Eva. The accolades are just everywhere. Latina Disruptors event is happening tomorrow.
Yep.
We have a link to it. Can we show that graphic one more time? Because
and by the way,
this is a who's who
Yes.
of celebrating Latina Disruptors.
That's just the top part.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot more.
There is a whole lot more. You can get tickets to the event.
You can check out Eva's company and get Maude at getmaude.com.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
so
for
much being here.
having me.
Have
I really
fun
appreciate it.
at the
Thanks.
old NASDAQ.
That's
You
right.
know what? I'm ready.
Girl.
Let's go.
For you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.